Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to my latest video, and this is just a video covering pretty much what all the food looks like on a typical princess cruise. Now, I've been on dozens of princess cruises before, so I'm pretty accustomed to most of the food, but there are a few new things in this video as well that I'm not even used to. Partly because it is an Asia cruise, so usually we don't have matcha soft serve or tonkatsu or even as much sushi on a typical princess cruise ship. But stay tuned for the video and see what you might be enjoying on your next cruise or your first cruise. And feel free to leave any comments or questions down below. And thanks for watching and hope you enjoy. Now, on the first few days of our cruise, we actually noticed some new burgers that they were featuring at the grill by the outdoor pool on the top deck number 15, and the first one was I think the Sakura burger with kimchi and a pink barbecue sauce, and this one was a katsu like chicken and cheeseburger. So they were pretty good, something pretty different than the normal and routine hamburgers and hot dogs. And then as you see, one of our first meals at the buffet had some ramen, some sandwiches, croquettes, and these delicious handmade sushi rolls that you could make yourself. They usually have a special drink of the day at the bar. Usually it's alcoholic, and sometimes they'll have like a non-alcoholic cocktail or mocktail to accompany it for the kids or just underage drinkers. And unfortunately, I missed the first drink of the day for this cruise. I think I wrote it down, but I'm not sure what it was. But I went ahead and got today's. Here we go. It is a lychee margarita. It has Don Julio Blanco, lychee liquor, and then margarita mix. So let's give it a taste.
I had a dream. She was playing hide and seek with a little girl, Cassie, and I do it all the time. It doesn't mean anything.
Ooh, it's so good. I love the margaritas on the Princess Cruises, but this lychee margarita is a whole new flavor. The lychee itself is so good. It's like, I want to say it's so sweet, but it has just so much tartness and such a unique flavor with that lychee coming out. And of course the alcohol, there's plenty of it, so it's definitely strong. And the margarita mix doesn't make it too unbalanced, so it's a really great drink. I highly recommend it. This is one of my favorite desserts to get on the ship. This is the Norman Love Hazelnut Bar. It's the perfect blend of hazelnut and chocolate. Now, this tonkatsu was a pleasant surprise. It was crispy, juicy, and very good. However, on the same night, my mom also had this barramundi, and it was just a little bit fishy and soggy. So we love the pizza on every cruise we go on, but there's always one pizza that we just wait for, and we're always so disappointed when they don't have it. The 4 cheese pizza. Look at that, all that cheesy goodness. And surprisingly, the pizza is actually pretty good on Princess cruise ships, but there's something about the 4 cheese that just makes it some of the best pizza you're ever going to eat. So this chocolate mousse cake type of dessert is something they give out for celebrations. If it's your birthday or anniversary, we were actually celebrating my graduation from my master's program, and overall it is just way too rich and sweet for my taste, but a lot of people do enjoy it. This chicken pot pie was surprisingly one of the best dinners I had all week. The tempura plate was no big deal, and these desserts we went to the buffet for later in the evening were all a big fail. None of them were good. Now, some nights when there's nothing to eat in the buffet or the dining room, just stick to some simple bread and cheese with a few sides. And this cruise we also found something new, lemon cookies that were always so good. So this ship that we were on during our Asia cruise, the Diamond Princess, had a brand new sushi restaurant called Kai Sushi, and at least this is brand new to us because I know the Diamond Princess has been sailing through Asia for a few years now, maybe 2 years at the most. I'm not exactly sure, but you know, it's been around, so it's not that new, but it's new to us because we are accustomed to the sushi bars that are usually located in the atrium, either deck 5 or deck 7, just a small sushi bar where you normally purchase a drink like wine, beer, or soda, and you get a plate or two of sushi or even tapas on some ships. As for this restaurant, it is one of the few restaurants that you have to pay for a little bit extra. It is per plate or a la carte, so depending on what kind of plate you order, it's going to have a set price, or if you order sushi by the piece, it will have those set prices as well. And I was very excited to try this sushi restaurant and just the sushi itself because, for one, the chef, he was such a nice guy. You know, I don't put any blame on him for my disappointment. He was from Japan, very humble, very professional, very passionate about his work. He was talking about wanting to come to the United States, specifically Los Angeles, to open his own Japanese restaurant. But sadly, you know, he's not entirely in control of the fish that's being brought on, and this fish just wasn't that fresh. And obviously, I know this fish isn't going to be that fresh. It is going to be frozen, so it can last, you know, the majority of the cruise or until they can restock with more fish. And as you're about to see, I did order a sashimi plate, and all the tables are set up with some green tea, edamame, and at the end of it, you also get green tea ice cream and a red bean paste type of dessert. But the sushi itself, most of the fish was just way too fishy. And I've eaten at some great sushi restaurants, and I've eaten at some not so great sushi restaurants, and for the price you pay on this ship for my plate, I want to say it was $25 or $30. I expected better, not just from the price, but also the fact that it's, you know, a princess cruise ship, excuse me. And overall, it just wasn't that great. You know, I don't think ordering sushi rolls or nigiri sushi would have made any difference, but overall it just wasn't good. The octopus was very chewy. The salmon roe was just too fishy as well. The clam was too chewy. The shrimp was not that great, and overall it was pretty disappointing. Escargot is one of the absolute favorite dishes between my dad and myself. It's always good. It's never been bad. I highly recommend you order this, or at least try it if you never have. As for the beef Wellington, I usually love to order it. It did not look as pretty as it usually does, and this asparagus risotto was not good at all. Thank you all for watching this video. I'm sorry I didn't have the name for all the dishes featured, but if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And we're going to end with some more ice cream.